All right, here we are in a run and driving video of our little 84 Ford F-150 short box 4x4 project truck. You know, it's gonna need some loving, but it's gonna take it for a little bit of a country drive here, show you it does run and drive and go through the gears. The lights are on. Even your license plate light works. You know, it's idling right now. If you do let it idle for a long time when it's cold, it does build up a little bit of smoke at the back there. So the motor is probably getting tired. But you can see it's running pretty smooth. It's not shaking or anything like that. Not making any knocking or anything like that. We did put spark plugs on it. All the other tune-up parts looked pretty good. But when it's cold, you know, or if it's just cruising around, if you stab the gas real quick, it's gonna stumble a little bit. But when it's cold, it does stumble a little bit. It's a carburetor. You know, inside needs work. Get the CD player. It's got a Kenwood, you know, which is decent. Lights up. Let's see, go source, radio. The stereo actually sounds pretty decent. You're gonna have to look into the blinkers. The blinkers do not work, so you got to do your hand signals. So we'll go ahead and put it in drive. Fuel gauge works for both front and rear tank. You know, it's got a little bit of exhaust leak. The right side exhaust manifold does have a crack in it. You know, this is a project truck, but it's amazing is it is all here. You know, interior needs to be restored. You actually could leave the body the way you know, for a nice farm truck patina look. What's amazing, it has the original windshield still in it. Has the car light logo, and you'll see some fogging on the side, but it doesn't have any cracks or anything, which is pretty amazing. So I'm on the brakes. You can see the steering wheel's not shaking or anything like that. Gonna turn left here. You know, it does a little bit of a stumble when you get into it. There you go. There's a stumble. But it clears up. All right, there's third gear. We'll take you for a decent little drive here. The wing windows, you know, they're nice and tight. They're not making a ton of noise, but it's built like a brick. You know, it doesn't have, I keep going to put the blinkers on just because it's habit, but so you're gonna want to address those. I'll see if it's just the flasher. Just going country road here. Overall, it's a pretty solid riding truck. Gonna come into some tight S curves up here. You know, as it warms up, this thing, I really don't believe it's been driven very much the last, you know, however many years. I think this thing needs, you know, do some fuel filters on it, get some fresh fuel going through it, maybe clean the carburetor or rebuild it. Kind of get rid of that stumble. It always starts though. Doesn't have a battery draw or anything like that. It always fires up. You gotta pump it a couple times when it's cold, but these trucks are just getting to be hard to find. If you've never had an old truck or never driven an old truck and you're looking for a project, this is a nice sound start, but you probably want to go drive an old truck, you know, nearby, or come try this one. But if you've had an old truck, it's got old truck needs. So it's got old truck issues of just how it runs and stuff like that, and you know, interior needs work. But the drivetrain itself, you know, obviously I said it smokes if it idles. You don't notice the smoke and go down the road. You know, no smoke or anything. But it scoots pretty good. I'm doing 45 right now. Here's a patch in the road. Soaks it up good. There's gonna be some potholes up here. You know, my temperature gauge is not working, but I've driven it for quite a while. It doesn't overheat, so it's probably just the sending unit. Oil pressure's looking good. to a stop here. And I'm on the brake. You know, I'm gonna let it idle a little bit so you can see it's not gonna die and fall on its face. So, all right, we're gonna go ahead and hit it. Got that little stumble out of the gate, but then the tires roll smooth. No shaking or anything. So kickdown works good. You can hear that 4-barrel kick in. It's got a lot of potential, you know. I'm bummed to not see this one to the end, but I'm excited for its next life. It's going on no reserve, everybody, so good luck.